Here with LucifroN from mousesports nowadays. LucifroN, you failed to qualify for the semi-finals here at DreamHack Valencia. What went wrong in your game against HyuN?
Well, I think, first game he punished my greedy build order, so not much more to say about that game. Like, I kind of took a gamble and played really greedy. He scouted it and he punished it. Then the second game I think I was doing kind of good, but I had some bad engagements and I didn't defend my third as well as I could have done with what I had. I think I could have defended better with Widow Mines and so on. So, and yeah, well, overall I think HyuN is better than me, so losing to him is, I mean, it's obviously not okay. I'm not happy losing to HyuN, but I can understand it. Like, most of the time when we play in online tournaments, he beats me as well, so it's not shocking for me.
Beforehand, you won against Center in the round of 16. What were the games like? You won 2-1 in the end. You lost one game. What went wrong in that one, and why did you beat him? I mean, he's playing pretty decent as well.
Yeah, well, actually, I think I wasn't playing too good in that series. Like, first game, I made a really stupid mistake. I just moved out with like 4 tanks and 10 Hellions and lost everything. So from that point on, I was really far behind, and I managed to win the game by just camping and maxing out. Then the second game, kind of similar. Like, I didn't expect him to attack that early, so I lost my natural, and from that point I was dead. But then third game was, unlike the other 2 games, early game was decent for me, and then I just managed to, win. Like, I was never behind in that game, I think.
Okay, many players at the moment judge you to be the best player in Europe, or the best European, or even international player who's not from Korea. What do you think about these thoughts?
I think it's hard to say. I think there are some players who are more or less at the same skill level, foreigner players, but there's not one player that stands out from the others, like Stefano did before. Like, because when you watch tournament results in the past, Stefano was obviously the best foreigner, and anyone who said that wasn't true was just wrong, because you just check the tournament results and he was always the best performing foreigner. But right now, there are like maybe 5-6 foreigners who do similar in tournaments. So you can't really say that there's one that stands out of that group.
Okay, as your tournament results at the moment are pretty decent, but you're not, you didn't win a real big tournament in the last couple of months. Does it kind of make you feel bad that you're always placing pretty decent but not winning in the end?
Not really. Like, I think that the more the game develops, the harder it will be for foreigners to win tournaments. So yeah, a lot of people tell me that you are the only foreigner that is in the top and hasn't won a Premier tournament. But I think that that's just because I'm on my peak on StarCraft 2 right now, where the game is more developed and where no foreigner wins tournaments, or tournaments where there are like a lot of top Koreans. So I do not think too much about it.
Okay, do you think that the switch to Heart of the Swarm was good or bad for you due to HUTS being a bit more like Brood War and you were a Warcraft 3 player?
I think the change was good for me, but only because my race got better. Like, in Wizard Elite, I think Terran was, at least in 2012, I think Terran was the worst race. Judging from tournaments, I think it was pretty obvious. Like, you only got CVC, PvP, CVP most of the time. So I think that playing Terran was kind of a handicap, and that's why a lot of Terran players were underperforming, and the reason why there were so few Terran players on the top. In Heart of the Storm, I think it got way better. So I think that's the reason why more Terran players now are doing good.
Lately you made the switch from Korean 3 to mousesports. After really a decent time playing for Korean, why did you decide so in the end?
Well, as people may know, I've been playing full-time now for some months. So now that this is kind of my job, so to speak, I think that I had to think very well what team was I playing for, what they were offering, what was good, not only what was better for my career, I think, and I chose mousesports.
Why did you do so? For example, in comparison to other
teams?
Offers or teams?
Yeah, amongst the other offers we had, I think mousesports was overall the one that fit me and my brother the most, I think. Not only what they gave and what they asked for, but what they didn't ask for in terms of, I think mousesports gives their players a lot of freedom, and doesn't really ask to do too many things that are not playing the game. Like I think it's for other teams like streaming or doing I don't know, videos and stuff like that is really important. I think mousesports gives a lot of freedom to the players, and that was one of the main points.
Was it pretty important for you and for your brother as well to stay together, or was there any chance to get split up if you get like individual offer that's too good?
It was kind of important for us because it's just way easier to travel to tournaments together and so on when the same organization books everything and stuff like that. Also for overall we like being on the same team, like we live together, so yeah, we prefer being together.
How's your day, the one of you and the one of Vortex, looking at the moment? Do you start playing in the morning till the evening, or are you having like a fixed schedule?
No, we don't have fixed schedule. Like we play when we feel like playing, but that's, I don't know, on average maybe we play 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day. In no particular schedule. Like sometimes we play in the morning, in the night, or whenever we feel like playing, but we just make sure that we play a decent amount of games every day.
So it's important for you to still have some free time next to playing, not like some Korean players who practice around 12 hours a day?
Yeah, well, I prefer it like this, having free time and so on. As long as I play enough so that I don't get worse, I think that's enough for me.
As you're playing full time at the moment, what do you think you're gonna reach this year, or maybe in the start of the next year?
It's hard to say. I want to win at least one WCS Europe. That's like if I manage to do that, then I will be happy with the time I spent full time. Like it was worth it. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming for, and then just play HyuN tournaments and like top 3 to 5. So
you've been studying before. Are you gonna start studying again in fixed time, or did you say like I'm gonna stop now and play sometime which is open, or did you fix the schedule for I play 1 year or whatever?
I just stopped studying, but I can go back whenever I want to. So I have freedom to play as much as I want and then just go back to I don't have anything in mind right now. Like it's not like I will be playing 1 year then stop. I don't know. Maybe I will play 2, 3, whatever.
Okay, is money important for you in that case? So you decided to stop studying for playing. So it means like you're gaining a decent amount at the moment, and it's worth it. So
yeah, well, this may sound wrong, but yes, kind of like this is kind of my job, so to speak. Like I enjoy it, of course. It's a great job, but it's my job. Like if I don't know, for me being the best or the glory and so on is not important at all. So the reason, I mean, I enjoy playing games, and I would play games even if eSports didn't exist. But the reason why I go to tournaments, why I practice even when I don't feel like playing and so on is, of course, because it's my job and because I'm earning money with it.
With that in mind, if you would have already finished your studies, would you prefer being a gamer for gaining your money, or would you prefer staying in your study field?
That's a hard question. If I already had my career and I could I think I would still play, because I prefer, like there's no other job I prefer doing over this one. So even if it feels like a job, it's one that I kind of like doing over a normal job, of course, that, well, I haven't had one yet, but I guess it must be, I don't know, there are not many things I enjoy in terms of what I'm studying, like things I see myself working on. So I don't think I would enjoy any job that I could get with my career. So this one is better, I guess. Yeah, I would do this until I could.
Okay, so thank you for the interview and good luck in the first career.
Thank you too. So I would like to give some shout outs to my sponsors. So thank you, Gale, XMG, Razer and Tortex for the support.